My name is Emily Brignone. I'm a doctoral candidate in the Department of Psychology at Utah State University. MST is associated with a wide range of adverse effects following discharge from the military, and as homelessness researchers, we realize that a lot of the risk factors for homelessness are also associated with MST, so we wanted to determine whether MST, military sexual trauma, was independently associated with homelessness and could serve as a marker for homelessness among veterans. So using administrative data from the Department of Defense and the VA, we identified about 600,000 veterans of recent conflicts, so Operations Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, and New Dawn, and used their screening results from VA for military sexual trauma and then looked through the record for evidence of homelessness. And we actually found that the risk for homelessness among these veterans, even after adjusting for mental health and substance use characteristics, was about 40 to 60% higher among those with a positive screen. And the rates of homelessness were double among these veterans. So this risk was apparent even within the first 30 days of VA service use and persisted through the full 5 years of follow-up. The rate of homelessness among veterans with a positive screen was more than double those with a negative screen. We were also surprised to find that this risk persisted even after adjusting for some of these related risk factors like mental health disorders and substance use disorders. Another somewhat surprising finding was that men were at differentially greater risk than women as a function of their positive screen. Among men, the rate of homelessness at 5 years was 11.8% compared to 8.9% among women. So MST and more broadly sexual trauma are associated with mental health disorders and then some psychosocial outcomes kind of as a result of those mental health symptoms. So some of the psychosocial sequelae of sexual trauma are low social support and poor interpersonal relationships. It's linked to medical problems and even re-victimization following the initial event. So these types of problems can put one at risk for instability in employment, financial problems, and ultimately lead to outcomes such as homelessness. We hope to raise awareness among veterans, clinicians, and Department of Defense and Veterans Administration officials that those with a positive screen for MST really represent a vulnerable subgroup with regard to homelessness, which is a novel finding. And this really underscores the importance of providing timely evidence-based treatments for this group of veterans to mitigate the effects of MST and prevent these types of outcomes.